Okay, this next one is gonna take a while. Trip to Busan. Hopefully this is better than that mountain video. So so Jincheon is roughly in the middle of Korea. Seoul is the top corner, Busan is the opposite bottom corner. So I adventured from my hometown to Busan to visit my friend Mindy. But when we got there, we realized that Mindy wasn't down in Busan. She was not in Cheongju either. She was actually up in Seoul, on literally the furthest possible point away in the country is where she was. But she really insisted that we go to the local fish market. She said it was amazing. I went, but she said you have to be there at 4 in the morning as the boats are going in. We got there at 4 in the morning as the boats were going in. We were exhausted, we were burned out, and there was nothing there, nothing the least bit interesting. I put my phone in my pocket and just sort of walked around to get this sort of, I think the kids are calling these hyperlapses now, but it's just a really jumbly, sped up video of all the cool, crazy crap available to me at this fish market. Went to a restaurant and had the best sushi of my life here. Also, I found a lot of Asian cities the air quality is rather poor, but Busan had some of the best city air I've ever experienced, at least during the time I was there. So, that's, if you're, a fan of fresh air and dense Asian cities and seafood, Busan is definitely a place to check out. Wow, this is hypnotic. It's just blurry pixels and fast motion. Oh god, how long is this? Oh, almost 9 minutes. And I'm 2.5 minutes in. Yeah. That's true. This fish market didn't really smell like fish. Yeah, that's a long stretch of blurriness. I'm tempted to speed it up to get it over with. Nope. Nope. It slowed down again. Oh yeah, those escalators were cool. You might think the TTZ has that, but those are actually conventional escalators that are just out of order. Well, that was a very cool sculpture. Oh yeah, after all that walk-around fish stuff, there was a massive, massive building that you could walk through with even more fish. So I guess, imagine building the size of like a twin pad arena, like with the Olympic size skating rinks. 4 stories high, filled with fish, and that's the small part. Oh, the aquarium. Okay, this might get interesting.
Nice aquarium. They have a great selection of things that I've never seen before.
Lived in Korea for 1 year, went to the aquarium. Lived in Toronto 7 years, haven't gone to the aquarium once. Not at all. You know, cell phone video footage has really gone far in the last 8 years, because this, what you're looking at, was recorded on a cell phone, and this, what you're looking at, was also recorded on one, just one made, well, even this one is like 3 years old, so that's, what, 5 or 6 years difference in technology. That's pretty impressive, I would say. And again, I'd be impressed with just about anything, because is that Livingston? Picard's fish! Yes, I'm enough of a nerd to know that Picard's fish is named Livingston, despite that never being mentioned on camera on the show. If you're wondering why I'm this much of a Star Trek nerd, I also... Ooh, big fish! I also have a Star Trek review channel on another thing, and oh, that's a cool zebra eel. Oh. Yeah, that was it. One of the things I always find odd is when you have those translucent jellyfish, how they tend to put obnoxious lights around so they all flash and glow different colors. Oh, yeah. I know Japan is known as the land of the rising sun, but being able to be on the farthest east side of Korea, staring out, looking at the Pacific Ocean, and watching the sunrise, it's kind of neat. It's really neat, very beautiful moment. It's do you ever like have certain moments in your life that you just catch and hang on to and just hold dear? Well, that moment was like that for me. We had trouble missing a bus and other stuff for the way home, so we ended up having to go first class on a bullet train to get home. And it was very nice. $50, not too bad. I mean, felt expensive at the time, but I mean, then when you get to North American or Canadian public transit prices, they'd probably want $300 for the same trip, so, you know. Oh, I lied, it wasn't $50, it was $51.20. Yeah, so we missed a train and had to take another one because this was a Sunday night, so we were scheduled to be working the next morning. Oh yeah, I remember that. We missed the last bus by 5 minutes after missing the train. Yeah. So yeah, I remember that. That was probably the grumpiest I was during my entire trip, because I was just freaking out that I'd be late and miss a day of school. This was still in the first half, which meant not only could I possibly get fired, but I would lose my reimbursement for the flight there and have to pay for the flight back. So it was really not a situation I wanted to find myself in. So I was just freaking out. And yet, 8.5 hours in various public transit systems. Not a happy Kyle. Oh, thank God that video's over. Alright, on to the next one. See ya.